Hello, this is just a quick follow-up to the last video I made of the oak. Things are going very well. I've polished some of the code up a little bit, added a blinky that whenever the part of the code, the loop, is running in the Arduino code, it'll actually activate pin 1, which is the onboard LED on the oak, and it will keep it there until it's finished with the processing of the loop, all the way down at the bottom, then it turns it back off again. So you can kind of see every couple of seconds that the LED blinks. I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see it in the video. I've also got the replacement webcam to the one that got all burnt up, the C920. Very good webcam, by the way. I had a comment from Stutz John, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, asking how he already knew that I programmed the oak through Wi-Fi, but then he was under the impression that that's where the Wi-Fi feature left off. And that's actually kind of what I thought for a very short time, too. Then I started looking into that particle.io. So the makers of the oak from Digistump incorporated particle.io. So you can send and receive variables in your code, in your Arduino code. And it works really, really well, surprisingly well. It can send a couple times a second if it really wanted to, but I don't recommend it. So right now, I've got, as a follow-up to the last video, I've got this programmed with, I don't know, 6 or so variables. You got your temperature in Fahrenheit, Celsius, the humidity, the heat index, the air quality, which is the important one, all being uploaded into particle.io, and then from there it stores it, and you can access that data from IFTTT, if then this, .com, and so that service can then suck that data from particle.io from this device, and then you can do something with it. So let's say the alarm goes off, no problem. That service can, if that alarm does go off, that service can send a text message to your phone. It can turn on lights. It can turn off lights. It can do several things. I suppose you can even get it to call 911 if you really wanted to. So then on top of that, I also incorporated thingspeak.com. And so it also gathers that data, in this case from IFTTT.com, and collects it all and puts it into a usable format, into graphs that you can actually see. Okay, so you can see here my website, InTheoryStudios.com/oak1 is what actually has the information that's being presented by thingspeak.com, which is coming from IFTTT.com. So you have the temperature here in Fahrenheit, temperature in Celsius, and these are little data points that are collected. And I think they're only collected on change, but I'm not sure about that. Because I notice it goes, even though this thing spits out every couple of seconds more data, you don't get every 2 seconds worth of data in here. Sometimes it spans minutes. So I think it's on change. It updates things. But you can mouse over the data points and see that, okay, it's 70.6, 71. So you can definitely see a trend, which is quite nice. So then you got the temperature in Celsius. Don't really need both, but I'm trying to learn Celsius more. It seems I use it in 3D printing quite often. Got the humidity. You've got the heat index, which is just a mathematical formula based on temperature in Fahrenheit and humidity, I think. And then you got the air quality, which it's kind of neat to see. Something that is interesting is a couple days ago, we had some, because of the fire, they had to, plumbers had to come in and redo a couple of pipes, and they were using some sort of pipe glue, real nasty stuff. Anyway, the fumes in the garage made its way clear up to the second floor here, where I have the oak sitting on the banister, and it actually was about ready to set that sucker off. It was pretty impressive, and I think I have a screenshot of that. So here you see the screenshot, and I just happened to be looking at it at this particular moment, but I noticed it jump up in the readings clear up to almost 400. 400 is what I currently have the threshold, the alert threshold to go off. And what would have happened is I would have had the buzzer go off in 10 cycle increments, and then it also would have text messaged my phone thanks to IFTTT.com. Anyway, so it went clear up to here. I called home trying to figure out what was going on. Come to find out it was the plumbers and the nasty glue. And we opened up the windows and everything, and that's when the reading started to trickle down a little bit. But you can see how powerful this air quality sensor is. This is the MQ135. Fairly impressive what it can do, and it was some pretty noxious fumes. She said that she was getting a headache from it, so interesting that this was able to pick that up, and all it was is sitting on the banister over top the stairway there. So very cool stuff. So the purpose of this video was just kind of to explain a little bit about that integration with Particle.io and the IFTTT and ThingSpeak and probably a dozen other different services out there that you're able to utilize to get information from your oak to and from your oak. It's a two-way passage. And use it for many other things, not just a smoke detector. Also, I did put the schematics, the code, everything up on my website, InTheoryStudios.com, and also put it up on Digispeak. Eric, the owner, I think he's the owner of Digispeak, saw what I'd done and was happy about it, so he decided to have me put it up on his website, which I did, and it looks good up there. I think it's at digispeak.com/oak, and then there's in the wiki area at the top, there's some tutorials, and mine's one of them. It's called the Oak Smoke Detector Plus. So look that up. And anyway, pretty impressive, pretty good little device, little Adreno device, and I'll be releasing some new updates. Something else I was kicking around was when I do get my 3D printer eventually, I wanted to get a enclosure made for this and get it mounted up on the ceiling, and also get some more hardware so I can make several more of these things. I think I figured around 7, including the garage. So these things are everywhere because they seem to be working very well. And I'll show you the the model of what I was kind of thinking of for the enclosure, if it'll let me. There we go. So, not done yet, not perfect. Kind of looks like a UFO at this point. But something I was thinking about, I just hammered this out in 15 minutes or so, but this would be where the LED is that blinks every couple of seconds. And then these grooves, of course, allow air in and out. And I was also thinking about putting a nice pulse width modulation LED in there to where it kind of glows blue real pretty. Just different things. And then, of course, if there was an alarm, it would then go red. So something along those lines. So anyway, that's the beginning of the model, something I'm kind of playing with. But anyway, just wanted to do a little quick update, let you know all the cool things you can do. The updated source code is up on my website, like I said, InTheoryStudios.com, and also at Digistump now. So take a look and leave a comment. I'll answer the questions. I don't mind.